Senate is moving forward with debate on President Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package. Vice President Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote to advance the bill after it failed to win support from any Republicans. That vote came after Democrats made changes to the House-passed version of the bill, including lowering the cutoff for $1,400 relief checks and excluding a $15 minimum wage. The Senate could pass the bill as early as this weekend, but Republicans appear to be setting up a long debate. As soon as the Senate voted to proceed with the bill, Wisconsin's Republican Senator Ron Johnson insisted the entire 628-page bill be read out loud. Johnson defended his move in a tweet yesterday, arguing that because of its price tag, quote, we should know what's in the bill. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer dismissed Johnson's stunt as a delay tactic.
We all know this will merely delay the inevitable. It will accomplish little more than a few sore throats for the Senate clerks, who work very hard day in, day out to help the Senate function. Two Senate clerks and other members of the Secretary of the Senate's office took shifts reading the 628-page legislation. The effort began around 3:30 yesterday afternoon and ended at 2:04 a.m. this morning, nearly 11 hours in total.
USC 7544A1 for activities authorized under Section 6304A23 of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965, 20 USC 7544A23, and other related activities.
So, Anna Palmer, the bill has been read, wrapped up about 4 hours ago now. So what happens from here? We know there's some debate coming, then this so-called vote-a-rama. What exactly does that mean, and how soon can we expect, if it does pass, that it will?
That was some impressive speed reading. I don't know that I would be qualified to take on that role and read the bill. But yeah, we're moving to the next phase of this. It's basically going to be 20 hours on each side where they can debate this bill. It's unclear if either side is going to take up the full 20 hours. But then we go into the vote-a-rama, as you say, which is basically any senator. It's a free-for-all, one of those few times that any senator can put up any amendment. You're going to see a lot of delay tactics from Republicans, a lot of political messaging bills. They're going to try to make Democrats force them into some tough votes that could be kind of political poison pills back home. But ultimately, this is going to come over the next couple of days to a vote. We think late Friday, maybe Saturday, depending on, how much time each side takes. But it's basically inevitable at this point that Democrats are going to be the only party that supports this bill, and it's going to be on a party line, and then it'll go back to the Senate. So they are moving apace. It is slow. It is Washington, so something could potentially jam it up. But this is going to be Joe Biden's first big legislative victory, and he has it in his eyesight.
Yeah, Eddie, it looks like a straight party line vote is on the way. It's what we got just to get to debate on the relief bill. As I said, Vice President Harris had to come in and break the tie again. The First Amendment we expect to hear in this so-called vote-a-rama is from Bernie Sanders, and that'll be about the $15 minimum wage that looks like will not be in this bill because of the rules put forward by the Senate parliamentarian and reinforced the other day. What do you expect this final package to look like, and on what counts will some progressives perhaps be disappointed?
Well, I think, first of all, let me just say, instead of using Neanderthal, Willie, maybe we should use troglodyte or Vulgarian, but that's a different thing. Yeah. But I think it's really important that we understand that for many progressives, the redaction of $15 minimum wage is really going to be an important issue. The reduction of the scale for the $1,400 will be an issue. But for the most part, we're going to be concerned about the fact that over 500,000 Americans are dead and that people are out here suffering, and that the $1.9 trillion package will actually do some work in this regard. But I just want to say this really quickly. With the $15 minimum wage kind of removed from the package, we need to kind of think about that against the backdrop of the anniversary of the March on Selma, Bloody Sunday. And we have to think about Selma, Alabama today, not as a historical fact, Willie, but today. And what we know is that poverty engulfs Selma, Alabama. Poverty actually overwhelms Selma, Alabama in this moment. So the fact that we don't have $15 minimum wage in this bill, we need to have a strategy about how to raise the minimum wage post this if the progressive wing of the party is going to, or if we're going to stay in line, as it were.
And Mike, President Biden has assured, in fact, in an interview with us last week, his economic team said we're still going to pursue this $15 minimum wage. It's not going to make it into this big bill but he has guaranteed people like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren that the White House will stay on the minimum wage.
And eventually they're going to get the $15 minimum wage one way or another at some point, and they're going to build up to the $15 minimum wage. But Jonathan, the introduction of this by Bernie Sanders, potentially, as an amendment to the bill, it strikes a familiar chord in the sense that, oddly enough, to a lot of people, not to you probably, but to a lot of people, the devotion that Bernie Sanders has had to the Biden agenda has been really rewarding for the Biden administration, no?
No, absolutely, Mike. And he's given them real sort of cover and support on their left flank. Biden, of course, ran for president, more of a moderate in the Democratic primary field, certainly not as far left as someone like Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren. And part of that was intentional, right? That he was trying to win back some of the sort of more centrist Democrats, those blue-collar Democrats who Donald Trump had taken away in 2016. But Biden and Senator Sanders, first of all, personally relatively friendly. There's certainly no animosity, no rivalry like there were between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton in 2016. We remember how bitter and extended that primary fight was, and Senator Sanders wouldn't get out, even if it was clear that Secretary Clinton was going to be the nominee. This time around, Bernie Sanders did get out when it was clear that Joe Biden was going to be the Democratic nominee. And Biden, you know, and his team, they've been talking to Sanders. They've been grateful for his support. Whether or not he was going to eventually back Neera Tanden, that remained an open question. They thought he was going to. That ended up being a moot point, of course, when she withdrew her nomination, when it was clear that the votes just simply weren't there.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.